Hey guys, Phil here again. It's awesome to see you. And today we're going to talk about playing some funky stuff with one note. Yep, one note. Now, if you haven't watched my play along video for funk strumming, you should check that out as well. Super, super cool. This is kind of the opposite because you can create layers. If someone else is doing the strumming, or even if they're not, you can always create something else that adds to the music and makes everything just sound better together. So check this out. The idea is we can play, well, really one note if we want to, over and over again, and it sounds super cool, super funky, and it creates an amazing layer that helps the music. So, for example, I'm going to play a little bit of a shuffle feel. I'm just going to play an A on the 7th fret of the 3rd string. Now, I'm going to do some palm muting because this just doesn't sound nearly as good if you don't palm mute. If you don't know how to palm mute, well, find some videos on that. You'll find a whole bunch of them out there. I'll make one eventually too. Now listen to this. So all I was doing was playing that one note, heavily palm muted, getting a nice chunky sound out of it with a clean guitar tone. And I was bringing out a rhythm by squeezing the note and by relaxing the note. Now that rhythm can be pretty much anything. It can be as complex or as simple as you want. The idea is to experiment. Don't be afraid to experiment. If it works, your brain will tell you that that sounded great, and you'll do it again. If it doesn't, your brain will tell you that that was a little boring, not so great, and you can move on. So, now what can we do with that one note? Well, the idea is, if we're in, let's say we're in the key of A minor, even though your chords can be moving around, it could be, mostly A minor. So over that whole thing, in that key, you can hang out on A pretty much the entire time, and it's going to sound really cool and interesting. Especially as the chords change, if your note stays the same, it's going to feel a little different over each chord, which is really, really cool. Now, of course, you don't have to just stay on one note. You can add other notes and create little lines to that, but you're still playing one note at a time. Just easy little single note lines, for example, and you can mess around with that all day long. A really simple way to make that work is to take your notes from your minor pentatonic scale, in this case if we're in a minor key. If you don't know that, again, find some other videos that'll teach you that scale. It's the world's most simple and most popular scale. And it'll fit over any chords in that key. You can kind of bulldoze over anything with that particular scale. You can also take notes from the chords if you know how to follow the chords and you know what notes are in the chords. You can just keep being as creative as you like, but having that in there, that just chunky palm muted sound, it just really sounds awesome. Whenever I'm jamming with people, if I'm doing something like that, instantly people can say, okay, this is kind of funky. They can feel that rhythm. And then everyone else can add their own layers. They can add their own chords, they can add their own drum grooves and bass grooves, and they can just follow that. So it's a really wonderful skeleton to play and to start with, and everyone else can add their own parts. So I'm going to add a cheesy little drum beat from my phone here, and you'll see what's going on. This is 75 beats per minute. And just a little shuffle, kind of funky shuffle rhythm. Check this out. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's kind of like a 16th note shuffle. It's like 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a. So check this out. Of course, play along if you're not already. So start off with that little rhythm. That's a super funky little rhythm. Try and learn to play along with it. Try and learn to feel that rhythm. Just drum it out, count it out, anything you like. And that'll fit with all sorts of cool stuff. Let me know in the comments if you're playing along, if this was hard, if it was easy. Let me know what kind of other videos you want, or if you want me to do a longer one where I vary the rhythm and I do a play along where I just keep changing that rhythm and you try and follow along with me. Hopefully that helped a whole bunch. Try it out. Go grab some funky backing tracks. There's millions of the things on YouTube, and play along with it. You can do it. It's super basic, and just feel that groove. Feel the rhythm, because rhythm is everything. Thanks so much for joining me. I hope that helped. If you like this stuff, like, subscribe to my channel, share with anyone you think it'll help, and check out my epic merch store, because I got the world's coolest guitar art store, and yeah, I'm excited about it. Thanks so much, guys. I appreciate your time. Hopefully that helps, and I'll see you next time.